Dad! That was the worst dab I've ever seen in my life. That's such a disgrace.
Ooh,
see.
Yum, pancakes. Fancy pancakes.
Oh, man.
Alright, so I'm still setting up the show. Just a second. I'm almost done. Mike is the, how do I say, kindly, the taker of all pictures.
Well,
Mike likes to take lots of pictures, so we were going to show our trip up to the mountains yesterday, and I'm deleting what we don't want to show you still.
You can just hit Command Delete instead of...
Oh, I can?
That. Yeah.
How do I do that?
Is that when you want to delete?
Probably.
Find when you want to delete.
Oh, okay. All I want to know is why does it bounce all over the place? It drives me crazy.
So I took those because you said try to get some good ones in because the light was so hard it was difficult to tell if they were going to turn out.
Oh, that's nice. There you go. Okay. All right. I look like I'm Mennonite or something.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, I'm almost done. We're getting close. Getting close. Don't need that one. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, those light waves were pretty cool. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just have to get on with the show. Okay, so I deleted as many as I could.
Okay, let me see if the show's actually on.
Because we were going to talk about...
Hello, Penny!
Penny! I'm going to see Penny tomorrow!
What? Penny called me today.
She did?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, from when she visited. So I am going to visit our viewer, Penny, who came to see us last February, and she bought me a ticket so I could come out and see the fall colors. I have never seen the full bloom of the trees, and it's been on my bucket list my entire life. So I'm headed out there tomorrow. I can hardly wait.
Yay, now I can see people.
Well, Jamie wants to know if I'm ready for my visit. Well, that depends on your definition of ready.
If ready means, is she in the mood to get on the plane tomorrow? Then yes.
If it means, are your bags packed and all the orders done and all the soap orders done, ready to go, so that you don't have anything waiting? No. I was making soap today because I had 2 soaps that pumpkin bread. Oh, this smells so good. And I made my acne today because I need them curing for when I get back. Pumpkin bread soap and acne soap.
Oh, okay.
Be sure to hit that like button, everyone.
And I don't know if they're going to be done in time to cut for the show today. They were still pretty squishy. I threw them in the freezer, but we'll see.
So Joanne's asking, how's our snow? It's gone already. There was 3 inches on the car when I went out there this morning, and it snowed probably half the day after that.
Dave, can you go grab my phone? I got to show you this, guys. You got to see what we had this morning.
Where is it at?
Okay, we're making pumpkin bread, but I got to show you. It's right over there on the couch.
So glad you're all here. This is awesome.
So if I put something on Instagram, I can look at it on my phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm wearing pink. Jamie gave this to me, but
I like it.
Penny loves pink, so I'm wearing it in honor of leaving tomorrow to go see Penny.
And also we got snow on October that.
Oh yeah, Penny loves pink.
Yes, we got like 4 inches of snow, guys. It was crazy. Okay, so let's see if you can see this snow here. Wait, I thought it was in my pictures. Is it not in my pictures?
I didn't see... Wait, did you take a picture on there?
No, I did a video. An Instagram video.
Today?
Yeah.
Set it by date. Well, there's videos of soap here.
Yeah. But I had an Instagram picture outside.
I don't see it.
Okay. Phones irritate me.
Did Dave help you with that?
Oh, here. Well, I'll just show you on Instagram. Okay. So. Okay, look here, guys. Watch. Watch.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Can anybody see that? Oh, the weather outside is frightful. The fire so delightful. There's no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Ah, winter is here. I'm so happy.
Isn't that a ton of snow?
So people are asking, where are we that we got snow? We're on the front range of Colorado.
Yes.
So right in front of the mountains. Yes. Although yesterday, we'll show you a picture later, but yesterday we were up in the Rocky Mountain National Park and the snow was about a foot taller than Tara.
It was. It was cool. So
Because
we
that's
got
like at 10,000 feet.
we got like 4 inches today. I have personally never, Colorado has had snow in September before. Grandma remembers getting snow in September, but I have never had snow this early before. Kind of cool. It's actually very good for the garden and yard because any snow we can get around here is more moisture because Colorado doesn't have enough moisture.
We need more
So,
moisture.
okay. So I have my sugar in here with my eggs. And then I am adding my oil. This is Jamie Day. Jamie got me this apron and she got me these cute little bowls.
Nice.
Yay, I didn't even do that on
Oh, no,
purpose.
I did send.
Okay.
Jamie
so
said her
then
50-mile trip was difficult today. What 50-mile trip?
she has to drive down her kids to school down to South Denver.
What?
Yes.
Wow. That's
Wow. In
So-
some places, you'd be driving across 3 countries.
I don't know. People don't realize how much Americans drive, especially in Colorado.
I guess.
Actually, in Colorado, we drive a lot.
I'm sharing the recipe that Tara's making right now in the comments.
Okay.
And if you're on YouTube, it's also in the description.
So, you take your sugar and your eggs and your oil. Now, you can use a mixer for this, but really, there's no need to. Okay, now, I am making this gluten-free today because, well, I've tried going not gluten-free, and it was not a very good experience for me the last couple of weeks. We'll just say that. And I was trying to test to see if I actually needed to be gluten-free, and I do. So anyway, that's very sad for me. But hey, pumpkin bread is one of those gluten-free breads that actually turn out really good and taste like normal bread. Baking gluten-free is a pain in the rear. But this particular recipe is really good. So you can use gluten-free flour or not. Just regular all-purpose.
Oh, Health Decor Clean Yes says, hi, you guys. Both of you look nice today.
Oh, thank you.
you.
Are we all matchy-matchy? We're all matchy-matchy.
It was an accident.
I know. We didn't even do that on purpose. Poor Mike. I had to have him go to the grocery store. He slid in 15 minutes before the show to get everything set up. Okay.
It turned out fine, though.
So now I'm mixing in. You didn't even have a meltdown. Good job, honey. Good job.
Does he normally have a meltdown?
No, not anymore. He used to get a little stressed with the shows, but you're doing much better.
That's because I was trying to do what frozen things do in summer.
Aren't you funny?
Marianne is asking, is this recipe in the book?
Oh, hello.
You know what?
Dining on a Dime cookbook, page 100. Oh, 100. We should celebrate since it landed on 100. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yes, Dave.
Going Batty, hold on.
Going Batty did what?
Going Batty says, don't forget to hit that like button with a $2 super chat.
Thank you, Going Batty. Oh, that's so nice of you guys. Okay, pumpkin bread on page 100, and if you want to make apple bread, page 101. This one's really good too. Dining on a Dime cookbook. By the way, thank you to all the extra orders we got this weekend for helping us to start pay for our son's medical bills, which are going to be fairly significant. So thank you guys. We appreciate those extra orders. Okay, so I got my sugar, eggs, oil, and pumpkin, and now I'm adding my flour. Like I said, this is gluten-free, but just use regular all-purpose. And then in here I have my spices, my baking powder, and my baking soda. So all of those are in here. Voila. And my salt. The world needs more salt, people!
Get it together, people.
Okay, got my salt in there.
So who thinks we should publish a shirt on like the Living on a Dime merchandise store or something?
We do. We need to
That
get some Living on a Dime
says,
merchandise,
like
don't we?
bracelets
We do?
that say,
That's water.
get like a fidget spinner or something that says,
That's fidget spinner. You gotta love Dave.
Yes, Sandy, it did snow here today. How much do you think we got altogether?
We got at least 4 inches. We
There's-
may have gotten close to 6, actually.
Because 3 was on the car when I went
Yeah.
out there to clean it up.
Because it was really snowing, but in Colorado it almost melts as fast as it snows, which is wonderful. But it's hard to tell sometimes because it does melt as fast as it's coming down sometimes. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, got that all mixed in. Lovely. And I'm just gonna, since I didn't use the mixer, I'm just gonna push the batter along the side. Make sure I get all of my lumps out. Yes.
I think it's Jan Morrison just did a $10 super chat without a message.
Thank you, Jan. You guys are so nice. Thank you.
It's spelled Jeannine, so I don't know if it's
Jenny.
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 Jeannie. I thought it
Thank
was
you.
Jeannie.
Or maybe it's Jeannie. I don't know. Sometimes people pronounce it differently. Okay. So, this gluten-free flour is a little bit lumpy. I probably should have, what do you say? Probably should have sifted it, but that's all right. Okay. So, oh, I forgot my chocolate chips. This is chocolate chip pumpkin bread. Hello, Tara.
We do have some people asking about BJ. We talked about that afterwards.
Yeah, we'll talk about BJ in just a little bit.
The people that, or if you're asking about our son, we'll mention what's going on again.
Okay, so I got my chocolate chips, and I like using walnuts, but walnuts or pecans, either are very good. And since this is gluten-free, I'm putting in what I want, and I need to have a sample to see if it's poisonous. So if I drop dead on the show, we'll know. Okay, so one little tip, guys, you don't have to use the entire bag of chocolate chips for recipes like pumpkin bread or chocolate chip cookies or whatever. Normally, I just use about a quarter to a half a bag. So that's a little tip. Now this is my silicone mold, but it usually comes out pretty easy, but I'm just gonna spritz this here. Okay, so Justin Rhodes was in Death Valley today, and it was 103, or yesterday, and it was 103 there, and I thought that was funny here. It's snowing here, and it's 103 there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty hot in Death Valley.
I don't know, watching them go around the country, I think I want to get an RV. Who thinks we should
Do the living on a dime.
do the living on a dime frugal tour?
Brandy says they got 8 inches in Estes, but the driveway is melted.
Ooh, 8 inches in Estes?
That's one thing we loved in Estes is
Yes.
the snow is really pretty.
I was telling Mike as we were coming home from Safeway last night that, man, I miss living in Estes Park. I had a fireplace. I loved it. Well, I lived in Allen's Park, actually, with the fireplace, which I liked even better than Estes. But we're going to show you guys pictures of my old house where we met.
You did have a fireplace in Allen's Park,
I
didn't
did. And my old landlord tried to keep my deposit because I cleaned the house spotless. And that was the one thing I forgot to do, was clean out the fireplace. But it was totally full when I moved in, so I'm like, well, excuse me.
Yeah, we were afraid of her trying to pull something, so we videotaped the whole place.
My landlord was well, I came home one day from Kansas, and a videotape that I did not own was in my VCR in my apartment, and a blanket that I did not own was in my cabinet. Yeah, go figure. Okay.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is. So I'm putting these in 350 degrees.
Benny said, what? Not use the entire bag? Come on, my friend. See, I never put as few chocolate chips as the recipe says. I guess that's not very frugal, but...
No, it's not.
But when it comes to chocolate, I throw that frugal thing out the window.
You and my mother. Okay, so then this recipe is not good unless you have honey butter. Excuse me.
Oh, thank you, Janine. Janine said the $10 super chat was towards BJ's medical.
Thank you so much.
And there were a number of people that said they would wear a living on a dime apron if they had one.
See, I think we should make a living on a dime apron.
Get
Oh,
it together.
can I ask you some questions? Caliber was wondering,
Sure.
can I use green apples for apple bread, or are they too tart?
You can. They are a little on the tart side, and you might need to add a little extra sugar. I would maybe put like a quarter of a cup to a half a cup more sugar, possibly.
Wait, someone said Going Batty did a super chat.
Yes, they did.
Yay.
Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna make honey butter, which I forgot to look and see what page honey butter is on. Honey butter is on page.
Are you gonna put honey butter on the chocolate chip?
On the
Pumpkin bread?
Yes.
Whoa.
I
That
know.
is pretty snazzy.
I know.
Ooh, I'm just clicking all over the
Wait,
place.
don't I have honey butter in here?
No.
We have it on the website. I can go get it. I'm going to share the recipe again for the pumpkin bread we're making, and it doesn't actually say chocolate chip, but you can just add it to what the recipe is.
I just add it in there. Okay, this is gonna drive me crazy. I thought I had honey butter in here. It is not in the index. Huh.
Uh-oh. Sounds like we better make some aprons.
Everybody wants a living on a dime apron. So here's the question:
This honey butter?
Do we put the living on a dime lady on there, or what? That's what I wasn't sure about. Oh yeah, we do. Page 322, right there. Honey butter, dining on a dime cookbook, honey butter. So that's this recipe here. Super easy.
And I'm going to
You
share
take your honey.
the
Now
recipe right now.
Now the recipe that Mike is sharing, this is for the Texas Roadhouse honey butter, and it is slightly different. And I'll admit, it's more of a frosting. But
Theirs is?
oh yeah, it's good. As a matter, oh, here's a little story. You guys want to hear a story? So guess what made our Facebook page go viral? The Texas Roadhouse honey butter. That's what made our Facebook page go crazy, was the Texas Roadhouse honey butter. Yep. So, okay, so then you just stir it together. And since I'm leaving it tomorrow, I'm putting it in this little jar, and I'll just store it in the fridge while I'm gone and use it when I come back. It'll store several weeks.
Oh, M. Brown says, Tara, sending you some of my knitted wash gloves.
Funny.
I don't think she's making fun of you. I think she's liking
No, I
you.
think you're making fun of me.
No, I'm just quoting it because she quotes it. Frugal Tour of Colorado, Good Enough Oats is asking for it.
The Frugal Tour of Colorado. We could
Yeah.
do that, at least while we're
Oh,
here.
Stephanie says, how did Tara and Mike meet? Did you ask for questions?
Well, actually, we'll tell that when we show the pic. Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
because the pictures, yeah.
Oh, man, that's
So
good.
some people were saying that would be fun for you and exciting for me to watch, and I was wondering, did you say that we were going to do something?
I just
cool?
said we should take a living on a dime tour across the country.
Actually, that would be fun.
I wish Dave wasn't in high school. I just take him and go and homeschool.
I
And
am fine with taking
There's
me
always
out at any
homeschool.
time.
There's always homeschool.
Homeschooling would be my best.
although, according to Justin Rhodes, they're not doing very good. Or
their
not?
school?
No, I shouldn't say they're not doing very good. That's not what I mean. I mean, it's not a vacation for them. It's work. Because by the time you have to shoot all the footage, and you're driving, and then you have to edit all the footage and
Oh,
take
I
care of
know.
all the kids, it's not a vacation. Okay, so where should we start talking first? Do you guys want to, let's show them our trip yesterday, and then we'll talk about BJ's medical bills and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so Mike's going to get the pictures up that we did not get edited, but that's okay.
Sorry, I'm still looking at other questions. Let me pull away from that for a second.
And we'll show you our trip to the mountains yesterday.
Wow, you still left 150 over.
That's not 150,
I'm
is
just
it?
joking.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Thanks.
Actually, wait.
Start at the beginning.
I don't know if we can. Probably don't need to keep that one for now, huh? Since we can't see it. Start at the beginning.
Okay, so let's see. So,
long
we
time ago.
decided to go up yesterday because we knew we were supposed to get snow today. And once the snow hits the mountains, all the leaves are gone. And if we happen to move next summer, we may not get to ever see the leaves again here. Unless we come on vacation. So, show them some of the pictures. So, here's some of the pictures. We'll tell you about what they are. Okay,
So,
let's see. We'll do it this way. So, here's some of the aspens. Very pretty. Okay. There's me in front of the river in the aspens.
And they're turning yellow.
pretty.
There's the river that we were by.
Mike trying to keep the sun out. Oh, there's you again.
So there's, if you guys want to know what Rocky Mountain National Park is, This is one of the mountains in Rocky Mountain National Park.
Is that Long's Peak?
Actually,
No,
that
that's
is
Meeker.
Meeker.
Yeah.
That's Meeker.
Yep. And
Oh, this is.
there's an Allen's Park where I used to live. So this right here is my very first house in the mountains.
I don't think they can really hear you.
It was a little apartment above the garage.
There's
And
actually
when-
a garage under it that you can't see in this picture.
Yeah, the garage is down here, but you can't see it. Mike and I met, and that's where I was living when Mike and I met. So this was in Allen's Park.
Little 400 square foot
Uh-huh.
apartment.
And the apartment was next to the church where we got married in. And here's the church where we got married in. Isn't that
So the
cute?
church was down that way,
Yeah.
and then this is the church.
So there's the church where we got married in.
That place.
It's like a little house on the prairie church. Can you see it,
It
okay,
was.
Dave?
I remember seeing you guys getting married. That was such an.
Oh, and that's the
There's-
church again.
There's it a little bit better.
Oh, I wish I had more time. I should have lightened it up.
So this is on the way. This was my drive when I went to work from Allen's Park to Estes Park. This was what I got to see every day. It was so nice. Oops. Okay, next.
Can you still see that, Dave?
Yep,
Yep.
Ooh, there's Long's Peak.
yep. There's more. That was my drive to work. Can you imagine that being your drive to work every day? It was pretty cool, actually. Okay, keep going.
Oops.
Hold on. Something happened.
I only loaded some of the pictures. Sorry. But nobody can see anything.
Nobody can see anything, so I need to come back over here so they can see me.
So you can see the radiance.
Can you imagine that drive every day?
Okay,
It was so
sorry.
nice.
Do you want more of Long's Peak? There's another one here, but
Sure.
we don't have to take it on. All right.
Okay, so here we go again.
So that's Long's Peak,
Yep.
and then
This is in Rocky Mountain National Park now.
it was overcast, but it was really pretty.
Yeah,
Oh man, you can't see the colors, can you? Or can you?
not too well. Mm-mm.
I could have brightened them up.
Oh, yeah. So this is the drive by the alluvial fan. We usually go take a picnic and a fire back up in here. Keep going.
So,
Isn't that a pretty drive? Oh man, it's so pretty. Keep going.
why are you talking about this like we're moving now?
Well, I just didn't know if we might move then. I thought we
Oh.
should get final pictures.
Fine.
Isn't that pretty? Okay, so then this is where we usually do our picnic area, and we found snow. I couldn't believe it. We weren't even at the high part, so it had snowed a couple weeks or like a week ago.
Yeah.
So we found snow. Go ahead. Here's the drive back out.
Oh, it's looking kind of dark. Oh, there we go.
There.
There's the awesome picture.
Oh, Mr. Awesomeness.
Awesome selfies.
Yeah, those are a little dark. I wish I had brightened them up a little.
So then we decided to drive up to Trail Ridge Road, which is the highest road in America. And here we're 2 miles above sea level. Isn't that pretty cool? Most people don't know you can do that.
And we weren't even at the top yet.
And here, this is snow. This is not water. It looks like water, but this is snow.
Can you see the mountains in the back?
And we're at the very top. We're probably about 11,000 feet now.
Yeah. Yeah, at the very top, there's no trees. There are
So
no trees.
right here, see these poles here? See that pole? That is the snowplow poles, so they know where to plow, so they know where the road is. And they've already got this much snow up there. Isn't that crazy? So then here's some more at the top.
Can you see the mountains in the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some more.
Those are the
Oops.
same ones there. Yeah, wow. It was really pretty up there.
It was so nice. So here's at the very top looking down.
This
So-
is looking down to the west side.
Yeah, because out at the very top there's no trees or anything. So we're looking down from the mountain here.
And it's really, really far down to those hills. And you can see a storm was starting to come in, that snowstorm we were expecting.
Yeah, so we were expecting a storm and they were going to close the road. Yesterday was going to be the last day that you could go up. And so,
Because this road's only open in the summer.
yeah, it's only open part of the year. Go ahead. So there's some more.
It's really pretty. Oh, can you see it okay?
Yeah. And then there's more. Keep.
More.
Yeah, it's zoomed in.
Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. It was
Dude,
just so
actually,
cool.
oh,
And the
that
snow
one
was really
cool.
shiny on the top because the wind blows across it and makes it really slick.
Yeah. There's more. It's just really cool to be on the very top. So here, I just wanted to show you guys, see all these poles? See all these poles? Those, they mark the road so the snowplows know where to go because it's all snowed in. You can't see.
There's
And
no
they-
even clue of where the road is.
Yeah. And they have these giant snowplows that plow it in the spring and fall when they're trying to keep it open.
And see, the weather was coming in that
Yeah.
shot too.
So then we were like, okay, are we going to get up and down before the weather comes in? And so we were hurrying. But look how tall that is. Isn't that crazy? All that snow. Keep going. So then I had to stand out in it.
So
Look,
I wanted you guys to see how tall it was.
it's like another foot above.
And that's just the beginnings of the snow in the high country mountains.
Yeah. Usually, I think, what did they say? 20 feet of snow, I think, is up there in the winter.
Oh, at
Something like
least.
that. At least, yeah. Okay.
I'm moving the camera. Sorry, I'm
Keep
trying not
going.
to. You can change
We're
it.
almost done. So then,
Oh, that was so beautiful. The sun was going down and it was shining through the clouds in different places. It was really, really pretty.
I don't know, I just thought you guys might like to see what it's like here in Colorado for those of you who don't know what it's like.
People in a lot of places in Europe, people in Switzerland and around the Alps love to come up here because they never see mountains way above tree line like
Yeah.
this. Which I think is funny because I think their mountains look amazingly beautiful. So this is
Oh,
where
yeah.
you can see
So
how tall
just-
those snow poles are.
Yeah, the poles are, you can see how tall they are compared to the cars. Isn't that crazy?
And they're taller in the places where it drifts more.
Yeah. Okay, now we're back on our way down. We're heading back down again.
We didn't take Penny this far up because the road wasn't open yet.
No, it wasn't.
Because the road's only open part of the way up most of the year.
Yeah. So then look at these cool light rays. I've never seen the light rays do that before.
They were a little more distinct before I got the
Yeah.
camera out, but yeah, they
That
were
was pretty
cool.
cool. I've never seen that before.
And oops, I got a lot of that, don't I? What's this? I can't see it.
This is looking down, so you can see here, this is where we had our floods 4 years ago. This is where all the flooding happened, and it was really, it's crazy. It just washed all of it down. Okay.
Oh, and there
Keep
it
going.
is too.
Here's part of the big flood that we had 4 years ago. So, okay, so then as we came down, you can go ahead and scroll through real fast to the last one.
Oliver says I wouldn't leave Colorado.
I
It is
know.
horrible in terms of
So-
driving.
Then we came down, and we were on this side of the road, and look, they had already closed it for the night.
We were just coming out and they had already closed it and we're just waiting for the last few cars and we were one of the last few cars. Is that the last one?
That's the last one. We could not believe it. We got out just before they closed the road.
And then we took these pictures to show you, but you can't see, unfortunately. But we came down and there were massive amounts of elk bugling.
Oh,
and,
shoot. You can't see them, can you?
well, like if I had had time to put them in
Lighten 'em.
Photoshop, I could have brightened them. Maybe we could do that for the next show. I don't know.
Yeah, we came down and the elk were bugling and they were going after each other. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. So, anyway.
Yay! Janine says thanks for
We have
sharing.
a couple here. So I don't know, I just
Karen's
thought you guys
here.
might like to see what it looks like in Colorado.
Melissa says I'm hearing the sound of music.
Because it feels like
And Turid says like we have in Norway.
it. A little bit, yeah. Put some chapstick on.
Oops! I switched away.
I think we need to go to Norway.
I
Maybe
think it'd
instead of an American tour, we should do a European tour.
we should do both. Why limit ourselves? Because it costs more.
Although we looked at renting an RV, $300 a night.
That's crazy.
We might as well just stay in a motel. I'm like, forget
We could
that.
just get an old pickup and build a thing on the.
I'm thinking.
Mary Ann says that's so gorgeous, beautiful pictures. Thanks for sharing your trip. Karen says looks like you're feeling better tonight.
I am doing a little bit better. I started my thyroid medicine again, so I'm perking up a little bit.
So Patricia's asking how much snow do they usually get up there? They get at least 20 feet, maybe 30. I don't know. There's a really big building there, and one time I went in the spring, and the snow behind the building was still open for the top.
Yeah, at
So-
least 20 feet.
We went yesterday, Rocio, and I don't know for sure if it's closed completely for the season or if they just closed it because that storm was coming in. So you might still have a
I
chance
bet
to
it's
go
going
up.
to be closed for the season. If it's just got 8 inches of snow, they got probably
It's
15
open at
up
least
there.
to Mini Parks Curve. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
open beyond that or not. There's like three, for those of you who aren't from here, there are like 3 different spots on the road where they close it before they get to the closed for the winter closing.
Yeah. Okay,
People
so
ask
we
me about
didn't.
the house.
So we didn't talk about the house that we found in Wisconsin, and I showed it to Pam today, and Pam's like, "Oh man, why aren't you buying it?" I'm like, We told our friends at church, and then our friend here, my friend here, and everybody's like, "Oh, you should buy it." But okay, so we decided to wait to not go look at it right now. It was just being too rushed. Mike wants to wait till next summer to move, which is probably a good idea.
And Penny wants to see you.
Because BJ, we need to get BJ's medical situation figured out before he moves out. You don't want to move where you can't go to that school.
This school.
Well, too
You
bad.
can't go to
Suck
that
it up.
School you love.
David,
Um,
please.
It's brotherly love, okay?
No. That's brotherly torment. He walks by the bathroom and Jack's in there and he goes, oh, and Jack's like, David! So they have this thing between them where they understand it's teasing. Oh, the mic's turned the other direction.
Oh,
Jack, can you turn the mic?
No, I can't.
So yeah, they have secret code for tormenting each other.
yeah.
And
So
his code is hugging me at all.
So we had thought about going out to see the house in Wisconsin. One of what things? The what? Oh, in just a minute. It'll be just a little bit. We had decided to go out okay. So we were going to go look at it. But then we thought about going after I get back, if it's still on the market, which it may or may not be. But then as we were thinking, we were like, okay, we really don't know what the summer heat and humidity and the winter is going to be like. So what we might do is go out in January, like maybe right after Christmas. This all depends on how much money it's going to cost us for BJ's medical bills too. So this may not even happen, but we thought we could maybe go out in January and see how bad it was. And then go out in June and see if it's too hot and humid then. And make our decision then.
Wait.
But I don't know. It is a really nice house, and I'd almost put up with the heat and humidity to have a really nice farm like that.
But there were a couple things you were unsure about the house.
So I wasn't unsure. I wasn't too sure about two things. The stairs going downstairs to the soap room and the office for the business. And what was the other thing? I forgot. Oh, the living room. It's really kind of small. I mean, our living room is really small right now, and it's only about 50 square feet bigger than what we have now. But here's the thing. We were talking yesterday on the way up, and we figured out what we need.
What?
We need a lodge. Seriously. So here's what we were thinking. Okay, so we have all these people on YouTube who would like to visit us. We could do Airbnb for that. But, like, if the kids come to visit, they could have their own room when the kids and grandkids come to visit. And then we got to thinking, that would be a really good thing for, like, when missionaries come back on furlough. They could come stay, and if we had like a lodge, then they could have like their own area without feeling like they're interrupting, because it's kind of weird staying in people's houses. I thought that was a great idea.
Yep.
What do you think?
Well, I think something like that, because I was telling Tara, I always thought it'd be cool to have a piece of property with a house and some cabins to use for essentially the same purpose. So something like that would work out pretty well.
So I think that's a brilliant idea if I say so myself, but I don't know.
Everyone loves the pictures.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. They were still talking about the aprons. Tracy was saying the world needs more salt. People should be the... Get it together, people, with a small tar picture slamming a table.
That would be funny. So, I don't know. So, right now, we're kind of waiting until we get BJ's medical situation taken care of. So, where are we at with that? So, Friday, him and Mike went to the doctor. And there is one test that was done before we went to Mayo that no one read that says that he possibly has a tumor on an adrenal gland. And most of the time they're benign. So, oh boy, we're getting it today, honey. Yes, my love.
Just while Tara's dealing with that, if you're new around here, our oldest son, BJ, has had a lot of mysterious symptoms, kind of illness for a number of years, and we couldn't figure out what it was. And eventually we went to Mayo Clinic, and they pursued the direction that sort of previous doctors were pursuing, and they said, we're not really sure this is the only problem. And now that he's kind of done what they said, he's still having a lot of problems, feeling really not well all the time. And part of that is extremely high blood pressure, which currently is being controlled with medication. But we decided, he said, I'm really feeling bad. Can we please start going back to the doctor again? So now we've gone to another doctor. You just had this sense that we should go to a kidney doctor because a lot of the symptoms seem to point to a kidney issue. And there's a specific kind of benign tumor that Tara was talking about that can cause high blood pressure and basically all the other symptoms he has. And before we went to Mayo Clinic, he had seen a kidney specialist who tested him, did a blood test that's supposed to say whether or not they should do further looking. Well, the blood test apparently said definitely yes, you need to look for that, but the doctor didn't do it. And then we went to Mayo Clinic, they assumed that he had already done that. So now at this other doctor, we're going through another battery of tests to check that out. And even though we don't want him to have surgery, it's... Even though we don't want him to have surgery, it would be nice to have a conclusion where he suddenly is feeling normal, and I think it's possible. So, were you going to say?
So Jack's having really bad chapped lips, and I'm trying to help him get something on there. He put a peppermint chapstick on that made it burn. That's what was happening. So I had him put my salve on. So we're at right now Wednesday. He's going in to get some tests on Wednesday. We're starting with the tests on Wednesday. And then hopefully by next week we'll know if he actually has this tumor or not. And then we can proceed, hopefully.
What Tara was talking about the medical bills is that we're in a cost sharing or a medical sharing plan instead of regular insurance because we can actually afford the sharing plan. But so because it was a condition that existed before that, since it's not actually insurance, I mean, it functions like insurance. It's just dramatically cheaper. But because this existed before, we have to pay cash for whatever it is. So if he needs surgery...
But see, we're not sure if this is a pre-existing condition or not. His blood pressure was, but the tumor was not identified. So
they just told me anything that the blood pressure that's causing the blood pressure problem would be considered to be that issue. Because that's what...
Did you call him today?
No.
Oh.
That's what they told me before. So...
Well, I don't know. So we probably won't have insurance to cover this.
But
so...
Yeah.
Well...
No.
Okay.
I was saying it's something else, but never mind.
Oh, I see. So anyway, so that's where we're at. He's doing the CAT scan and all that stuff today, so
Louise, normally that kind of, it's again, normally a benign tumor. It's very rarely a cancerous. Normally it's on an adrenal gland by your kidneys. But apparently there are other adrenal glands that it can be on, and we really did a lot of research before going to this new doctor, and he was our alternative to going back to Mayo right now. But he said they should have scanned him basically from the neck to the hips, and they only scanned this one little spot on his kidney at the other doctor in Colorado that we went to previously. So anyway, yeah, thank you everyone for praying for BJ. I think I'm optimistic this is leading in a direction that... So... Yeah, what happened to Jack? Oh, man's asking what happened to Jack. He just put on a chapstick that had peppermint in it and it burned him. So
we were trying to get it wiped off. So I made some some pumpkin soap today.
Oh, Louise is asking how are we doing with the Thrive foods?
So here's the thing. Everyone was I love the Thrive food. And I think it's a very good product, but I think for our group, it is just too expensive. They are having a sale though. Thank you. Black Friday sale, the last week of November. So if you guys want to give it a try, that might be a good way to try it if you want. But I don't know. I'm not going to push it a ton, but I will mention it now and then.
Because we're still using it because we ended up liking it.
I liked it, and I did get a discount for it, so we are using it. But that's why I really like it. But I think for our people, it is an expensive product, and I totally understand that. I totally understand. It is a great product, though, and it's really convenient. So,
are you selling this because Catherine is asking for a link?
Yes, this one is going to be for sale.
So I'm sharing a link that says "Get my homemade soap here," and that's where it will be. Or do they need to just send you an email?
No, they can just grab this one. So this one I just made today, and I'll put a video up for it here in just a little bit. But while I'm waiting for my stuff to finish, which it's getting close.
So for the people that have just joined us, today we're making, what is it again? Pumpkin chocolate chip
pumpkin bread.
Chocolate chip pumpkin bread.
But while we're waiting, I'm going to cut my pumpkin soap.
And I'll share the recipe for that again. It's in our book on page, in the Blending on a Dime cookbook on page 100 also.
Right here. Blending on a Dime cookbook. Right there.
We didn't explain. Some people were asking, how did we meet? Here we went right. Oh, we did, sort of.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
So when I was living in that little cabin, I lived in Allen's Park, but I worked in Estes Park. Oh, we forgot to tell them about buying a town. We thought we should buy a town. We should buy a town. So I lived in Allen's Park and worked in Estes Park with his sister, and
at a fudge shop.
it was making fudge. I always wanted to work in a fudge shop in Estes Park. I don't know why I did, but I did. I just thought it would be fun. And he came in, his sister was leaving, and he came in to say goodbye.
But she didn't pay attention to me, my sister.
And so he came and talked to me.
I said, well, who's this cute girl over here?
That was me. So that's how we met, and 3 months later, we were engaged, and 6 months later, we were married. And 23 years later, we're still married.
What? Oh, man. Let me smell it again. What is that?
Here, smell your bar. It's pumpkin bread.
Man, that's very... Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of those pumpkin candles you like.
Oh, yeah. It does smell like pumpkin candles.
But it smells more like bread than those candles do. That's awesome. Lots of people saying they're going to be praying for BJ. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate that.
He's been sick for 5 years now, and he really would like to have a resolution to this, and so would we.
He doesn't care if it's expensive. He just wants to know how to do
Well, he doesn't care if it's expensive because he ain't paying for it.
wanting that too, but still.
Jamie said, let me know if the boys need help packing orders while you're gone.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. I will.
I'm not doing it.
M. Brown is asking, does BJ like going to the movies?
Oh, yeah?
Yes, he does.
He does. Yeah, he does. Him and Elly will go to the movies, or they'll go out to eat, or whatever. And are you doing your parkour tonight? Yep. Hashtag parkour. Elly loves her parkour. She's always been jumping on gymnastics and stuff. That one's pretty. I like that one. So my black didn't turn out as black as I thought it would.
So we had some other questions about that. Because there's a whole lot of commentary about... M. Brown was talking about missing the daily afternoon showers, in the mountains. We were in Estes Park. It used to rain every day for probably 40 minutes.
3 o'clock every day it would rain. It was nice.
You could always tell the people that weren't from around there because they would schedule weddings right on the 40 minutes that it rained every day. But M. Brown says...
Bye.
You can always find your bearings by looking where the mountains are. Yeah, in a lot of places you look at the sun, but in Colorado on the Front Range, the mountains are always to the west.
Yep.
So Donna loves Rocky Mountain National Park. Actually, it's funny because we love it so much. We have an annual pass that we buy at the front, and the cool thing about it is
in the summer we go about every 2 weeks, don't we?
Yeah.
Or so.
And
it's only 40 miles from our house.
Well, something else is when there's a line of 50 cars waiting to get in, if you have a pass, you can drive up to this automated lane and just swipe the card and go in.
Although last night, it should have taken us 45 minutes to get home. We left at 6:55 and we didn't get home till 8:45.
Well, people were out seeing the colors and the elk bugling, and
It was a nightmare.
It didn't used to be that busy this time of the year, but they've really alerted people that it's good there. Charlie wanted to know, what kind of place did you work in that area?
I worked at the Fudge Works Fudge Shop.
So she lived in Allens Park, Colorado, and what was it, about 10 miles?
About 10-15 miles. Allens Park is even higher in the mountains. It's about 8,500 feet. Estes Park is about 7,500 feet. And I lived in a little cabin in the mountains. It was really amazing. I loved it.
It was actually the cutest little cabin.
I loved it. It was wonderful.
If we could buy that little cabin in the house with it, that would be awesome. Jeannie was asking, you want to leave all that? We don't actually live up there, Jeannie.
That's the problem.
We can go up there. And if we could live up there, it would make a lot of difference. Although, to some degree, it would be difficult with the kids to live up there.
Yeah.
And also, no internet. Well, it would be really difficult to get internet except in Estes Park. And so, it'd be hard to do the show.
Yeah. And the tourism is so bad now that it really isn't a good place to live anymore. Because you literally can't drive some days because there are so many people. And so that's a little discouraging, but...
Tanya said a lodge and a campground. When it's happening? Well, I think she's noting that we have we're like campground, lodge, campgrounds.
Well, and see, guys, we talk about these things. There's nothing... We have people that get really upset with us. And we're like, what is wrong with talking about doing different things?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trees. We don't have to stay in one spot.
There was somebody else that... oops, sorry. Susan said, I went horseback riding in the national park, and it was so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
We've gone near the national park, but not in the park. But I've seen people in the park, too. On the hiking trails, we have to sometimes get off the trail so the horses can go by. That's pretty cool. Actually, I thought there's a picture we don't have here, but I was thinking we should show them. So, should we show them this picture?
They're not quite done yet.
If I can get it to load.
And then I made an acne soap, but it's in the freezer. So if it gets done in the next 5 minutes or so, I'll cut that. Oh, yeah.
So this is a waterfall that we used to go to sometimes up there.
Oh, this is Shutter.
And this is where we got engaged.
Is that the one I took?
So it's... no, this one I just found online because I didn't have time to look for ours. This is Chasm Falls on Fall River Road in the Rocky Mountain National Park. But it's a lot bigger than it looks in this picture, and it's really, really pretty. And we went out and had a picnic on a rock.
Our anniversary is in 2 weeks, so that's why we are talking about it. It's okay, that's why we're talking about it right now. So anyway,
you can bet him. That's fine.
That does smell good. Does that smell just like the pumpkin bread that's in the oven?
Yeah, it does. It smells really good. Oh, and lots of likes and loves. Yay.
Thank you, guys. This will ship in 2 weeks, so it'll be ready in 2 weeks because I did it by the hot process method. So the pumpkin little mini loaves have about 8 to 10 minutes left, so right at the end of the show here. But
I was looking to see what other questions we had from before that I might have missed. Looks like we answered that. Oh, Tori on Facebook was asking, what's a super chat? On YouTube, when you chat, if you want to, you can click this little dollar sign and add a couple dollars with your thing, and then it makes your message like in a color that's really bright and big. And
some YouTubers use that when they have so many people. They're like, we can only answer the super chat method, which I know you shouldn't have to pay to ask a question. We try to answer questions other than that, but that's some of the big YouTubers do it that way.
But I think the people that have done it with us just want to
help
or encourage Dave to do
or
encourage Dave to try food. People at one point were posting super chats because Dave was hesitant to try the food, and then he liked it. That was on the Man Show. What was it? Chicken I forgot which chicken that.
It was
Parmesan.
No, it was like not honey chicken.
chicken with lettuce and something.
It was
else.
a chicken that I thought sounded like a Chinese food thing, but it wasn't. What was it?
The lemon chicken.
Lemon chicken. Yeah.
Lemon chicken.
So let me see what other questions and comments we have. I've been away from it for just a minute. Amy says, "Sorry, I've been quiet planning my week."
Hey, Amy. Cat lover, I love my soap. It makes my whole bathroom smell good. Thank you, cat lover. Yeah. Yay.
Actually, just for treats, was I saying there's a Cinemark in Colorado Springs. Is that close enough? Actually, probably Fort Collins or Longmont or Loveland. Well, I don't think there's one in Loveland. But
Fort Collins or Loveland are the two big cities by us.
Because we're north of Denver, and Colorado Springs is about an hour south of Denver.
Yeah.
So, Amy says, "I love to hear y'all talk about your dreams. It's inspiring." The funny thing is, we've actually done it before. We've just done
What?
strange. Well, like we moved to Idaho with no idea.
Well, the thing is, guys, you're not a tree. You don't have to stay where you're at. If you don't like where you're at, you can move. And the thing is, what's wrong with moving? There's nothing wrong. We have people, like family members, that get really upset when we mention something about moving. Well, you can't come back to Colorado or something like that. We're like, well, so I mean, there's nothing wrong with going.
Well, and who says we can't come back? But you came back once.
I know. We've already come back once, and
Honestly, I think it would have been better if we had come back and been able to live in the mountains, which is what we really liked before.
yeah.
But even Estes Park, where we loved to live before, has changed a lot. So it's a lot more crazy in terms of traffic and tourists and stuff.
Thank you, moderators, for our troll patrol. We appreciate that
Yeah, you
very
guys
much.
are so awesome.
You guys
high
are
five.
on the... Here, we'll high five for you. Thank you.
Thanks for catching them fast. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Well, since we put up the last two videos, we've had a lot of comments. And so people are coming out of the woodworks this week for us. So
Louise is asking, do you have to set up a Super Chat account to send money through it? I assume you probably have to do something like that. I can't remember.
I did it once. I think I just entered my credit card number.
I think it's on YouTube. If you do it, it'll just ask for how do you want to pay, and you can save the method if you want or not.
Barb says the colors are vibrant right now in northern Lower Michigan. Yes! I'm going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow, and I'll be back next Monday.
Joanne's asking, do you sell the soaps on the website too, or just Etsy?
Just Etsy right now, because we don't have an easy way to put them on the website at the moment. So,
Crystal says, send those trolls back under their bridges.
yeah.
Yes.
We move when the military tells us. Yeah, Julie, so I think I must get it from mom's side of the family, because mom's side of the family, they were almost nomads. Grandpa was in the military. They traveled. Mom moved like 17 times growing up or something. I don't know, some crazy amount. I'm going to be by Detroit, Melody, north of Detroit. And so, and then my grandfather growing up, they would go, they had 6 kids in their family. They would move from Illinois, Kentucky, out to Colorado, like every 6 months. They would pack all 6 kids and mom and dad in a Model T or Model A and go between Colorado and Illinois like every 6 months. See, you think we're bad moving.
Yes. So Marlene wants to know if I got on one knee.
No, he didn't. I think you need to redo it.
We were looking down there like this, and then I asked her, and she's like, oh yeah. And she's like, wait, are you asking me?
I think we need to redo it so it could be a viral YouTube thing. What could we do that would be a viral YouTube thing?
I don't like the whole one-upping, jumping off a building thing. Although I probably would jump off a building.
You would jump off a building for me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kathy says, happy anniversary to you. Many more to come. Have a blessed day and year. Thank you. I wonder what your mom's talking. Oh, she's asking somebody else.
No, I'm not going to be gone for our anniversary. So.
No, because dump day is nearby and she had to be back for dump day.
I had to be back before dump day. So dump day is 2 days before our anniversary. I think that's almost more exciting.
Yeah. So Marianne's asking if I'm going to be cooking on Wednesday. Yes. I have no
Probably.
idea what yet. Somebody had asked me to try to make a Mexican casserole, which I would really love. But I remember one from my childhood that I don't have a specific recipe for, so I thought I might try to look up something like that. And, of course, I'm always open to suggestions, but I thought about looking for some sort of a main dish for the other day, just so I could say, hey, look, I'm actually able to do this out of the cookbook, not having made it before. It worked great when we made that lemon chicken the last time Tara was gone.
Yeah.
What's the cooking menu while Tara's gone? Well, those are the things that I was thinking maybe, but if there's something a lot of people request, I would certainly consider it. Paige says tacos. Actually, tacos would be pretty straightforward. And I love tacos too.
Yeah, you could.
I'm all about the Mexican food.
Michael could eat Mexican food for every meal and he would be okay with it.
Yes.
He
Tanya
would.
says we should renew our vows. We could do that live. Oh, that would be frightening. What if I said something and you're like, Lewis and Clark?
So we got in a huge fight on our honeymoon. Yeah. You know, I mean, we weren't even married, 4 days, 5 days? Okay, so this is my acne soap, guys.
You never let me live it down. But I'm the one that brought it up tonight.
I know. You are. I've let you live it down now.
Judy wants to know if you make
my
pumpkin.
acne soap. Isn't that pretty, guys?
Oh, Fabnici. I hope I said that right. You can let me share the link for where you can find Tara's soap. Wait.
This is really good if you have acne, and I have people that buy whole loaves at a time because they want to make sure that they can get it. But
Okay, so here's the link for the homemade soap. It is amazing. It's really good. And I get to use it all the time.
Poor Mike, he gets all the ends and pieces, but you love it, don't you?
Yep. Yes, Louise, I will be doing the shows on Wednesday and Friday, so probably pull David over here against his will. So, let's see.
Ooh, this is still just a little warm in the
Which
center.
one is that? It's
the
black?
acne.
Oh. So does it leave the color on you if you...
It does not. No. It does not leave you with black coloring on nor your wash rag or anything. It doesn't. But the charcoal, this is activated charcoal, and it absorbs the oils. So...
Tracy said we had trolls on TV on Saturday on Movie Week and on a dancing show Saturday in the UK. Like, did they break in on the TV show?
What?
Janine says we should go to the Broadmoor Hotel for their buffet. Oh, we love the Broadmoor.
Oh, we went there once for a conference. Oh, man. If I'm ever rich, I see why people stay in hotels like that.
Yeah, there was a conference there, and in the past we tried to stay at a cheaper place than the conference, but we were like, you know what, we're going to miss half the conference if we don't. So It was more expensive, but it was really amazing. So,
I'm not sure that conference actually did us any good, though. In the long run, I'm not sure it did much.
I tend to think we learn a little something every place, but definitely the things that we thought we were learning there were not the most valuable things to us.
I don't know, but...
Hey, M. Brown, some of those trolls that say nasty things, most of them don't watch very long.
Yeah.
They just check in. And sometimes they come in groups and they just decide, today we're going to hit this channel. Today we're going to hit that channel.
Yeah.
And
there are groups that go around and decide to troll YouTube channels. And yes, I'm coming to Michigan tomorrow, Barb. And they decide to just hit channels all at once and just be nasty all at once so that you can't keep up with it. But we have wonderful moderators, don't we?
Yes. So Emmy says, can't super chat on the iPad, can you? I don't know. Dave, do you know? Are you able to super chat on an iPad? Here, pull it out and try. Well, you can't. You don't have an account.
I
don't know.
No, I do have an account. I just don't have internet.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Are you talking about like on the app or on the like Safari?
Tracy, Dave loves super chat. He can be bribed.
Yes.
Yes. Because I think it was Bandana Grandma that got him to try the lemon chicken, and he was like, it has a yellow sauce and peppers. And then when he tasted it, he said it was amazing. Sorry.
Crazy guy.
So that was cool.
Okay, let's see if my pumpkin bread is done here.
Jamie says you should leave cookbooks in the airports. Only thing is they'll shut down the airport.
Yeah, no kidding. So I was trying to decide, do you think I should take cookbooks to Michigan with me and do... Oh, perfect. And do cookbook giveaways? I mean, I don't know. Should I load my suitcase with 25 pounds of cookbooks? Watch out. Sorry.
Ooh, that looks delish. Yes, Shannon, I'd like to make a Mexican dish. I'm just not sure what to make. Somebody said, I thought about this. I don't have a recipe for it, but there was this Mexican casserole that I used to have when I was younger that I really liked, but I don't think we have a recipe for that one.
Okay, so this is what the pumpkin bread looks like when it's done. Now, you do want this to cool before you take it out, but because I'm just so impatient. Ooh, hot. Okay. Look at that lovely lusciousness, guys. Oh, oops, am I too high? I'm too high.
Look out, you're going to
There.
burn yourself.
Yeah. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Okay, so let me... Woo!
Ooh.
This is... Oh my goodness, we need a studio. Ugh.
So we need
Sorry.
to move right now.
Sorry, guys. I had a moment there. I apologize.
So I wonder what Mexican lasagna is. Brooke said she made it tonight.
It's
Somebody else has made it.
tortillas. It's that stuff you were
Similar
saying.
to what I was
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah. It's like your thing you were talking about the other day.
Oh, wow, I like this. A lot of Shannon and others are saying, yay, Mike's cooking again.
What do you think? Look yummy? Okay, let me do a taste test. Just a second.
Hot, hot.
It's hot. Oh, I gotta cook the other one still.
Oh, so this is fire. Oh, don't touch it. I'm sorry, I mean.
Who was that? Olaf?
Yes.
Okay. So this is super hot. Oh man, this is gonna melt my honey butter. Oops. Oh dear. Okay. Well, let's see. Did I do good?
Hey, Barb, why don't you go to our website, livingonadime.com, and then go to the contact form and send us a message. Penny says she's having a tough time finding you. So, well, Tracy, yes, I am on a diet, but the good news is I kind of worked it out so that this week my eating days are the days when I'm going to be cooking. So.
Oh, this is good.
And I think I'm down 15 pounds now.
I should take it with me to Penny's. Are you allowed to take food on the plane, or do they think it's like a bomb or something?
I
don't know.
You take certain kinds of food, but I mean, if you were to take a whole suitcase full of food, I'm not sure.
You think?
If it was if you checked it, it might be okay. Oh, yeah, cat lover. I just don't know if I have any recipes for that awesome Texas food. Now I've got to think about that.
I don't know. Tortilla soup is good too, yeah. Yes, Mike has lost how much? 14 pounds.
15 now.
15 pounds.
Possibly.
Yay.
It's hard to tell because the scale kind of goes up and down from day to day, and some days it'll suddenly go down like 2 pounds at once. I'm like, oh, yay! Somebody was it?
Oh man, this is good.
I
Your
saw
wife
it.
was good
Oh,
stuff.
Jamie says yes. Bring cookbooks. Yeah, you should put some out while you're up there. Definitely.
Some cookbooks?
Besides, that'll give you a place to put stuff when you're coming back. I'm mad. Ooh. Yeah, Brooke, that's what I was thinking. Something like that. Brooke is giving me the instructions for Mexican lasagna.
Uh-oh.
Yum. I didn't know that's what they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fe Frutos. Tara was telling me there are all kinds of recipes online for those too, so yay.
Yeah.
That's what sounds good to me. Of course, the boys won't eat it, but...
All right, guys. Well, I am headed to Detroit. Now, Mike.
Sharon says put it in your check bag. Oh, don't tell them that. Oh, there was something else that I brought up.
Okay, never
that we
mind. I
didn't
won't tell you.
explain. There was something else that I mentioned, then we didn't explain it.
What?
I made a joke
All right,
about-
so let's see. How many books should I take with me and hide in Michigan? I'm going to be there 5 days. I wonder how many places Penny and I will go.
You should
Patricia's
do
asking
time.
what was today's recipe and what page in the book.
The homemade chocolate chip pumpkin bread on page 100 in Dining on a Dime.
And does
Thank
it
you.
And it doesn't say chocolate chip, right?
It's
But you
just
add the
pumpkin
chocolate
bread, but I
chips.
just put in the pumpkin.
It's like the best pumpkin bread recipe ever. So I just shared a link to the
It's
book
really
if you
good.
don't have it. And I'm also sharing a link if you don't have the book and you would like to see the recipe,
Mom.
right
Yeah.
here.
Just to see if anyone, would find it, you should actually take a book just to hide on the plane and see if anyone finds it. And
Elizabeth.
it's like, hey.
Yeah. Elizabeth says you can take food but not liquids. Actually, do we tell him?
Take your cookbook
Do we
and
tell
on
him
your-
about getting contacted by that lady who called the FBI?
Oh, brother. So when 9/11 happened, So when 9/11 happened, we had a new printing of the books, and this lady contacted us and said, "Are you putting anthrax in your packages?" And we're like, "What?" She said, "The FBI told me I should call you guys and ask you if you're putting anthrax in the packages." I'm like, "No." Well, come to find out, when they punch the books, for the spines, it leaves a little tiny dust. And she thought that dust was anthrax.
Well, except the way she said it was, she said, "Are you sending me anthrax?" We're like, "What? Why would we send you anthrax? You're a customer." She said, and she was hassling us, and we said, "Why don't you? Well, if you think it's anthrax, why don't you call the FBI?" And then she said, "Yeah, I already did, and they told me to call you."
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Brenda, how are you losing weight? So Mike is just not eating every other day. He's only eating 500 calories every other day.
So I found a diet plan that I've been trying to do what I normally have done in the past, but it wasn't working for me as well now. But I thought, man, I feel like if I could just fast a little bit, that would be helpful. Well, I was doing some research on fasting, and I realized I don't think I can really do that. But I found this book by this scientist who was studying something else, and she accidentally discovered that basically if you eat kind of whatever you want on one day, and then on the next day restrict yourself to 500 calories, so basically like a 400 calorie lunch and a 100 calorie snack, and then the next day eat anything you want again and just keep alternating like that you'll lose. And it's been great for me so far. And the thing is, on the day when I don't really miss breakfast that much if I don't eat it, and I used to never eat breakfast when I was younger. So I'll tend to eat lunch as late as I can and then eat a snack into the evening and drink some decaf coffee later if I'm still feeling hungry. And it's working great. So I'm liking it.
Working great. All right, guys, so we love you. Please visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will be back on Wednesday. Mike will be back on Wednesday.
What?
And please buy our books and my soap. We appreciate you guys supporting us, and we very much appreciate all your prayers for our son. We can use them for the doctors to have wisdom and that he can be healed, because he's only 19 and he would like to have a life. And so, yeah, anyway, it would be good if we could finally get it figured out after 5 years. So
It's not that he doesn't have a life, it's just he's not a very productive human being.
we gotta love brothers.
That's what he said.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Oh, what?
Ben C was wondering, do you have a soap for eczema?
I do. My unscented soap is good for eczema. BJ has it really bad, and that's what he uses. So I don't know if I put it on there. I'll go put it on right after the show. So, but my unscented soap is great for eczema. That's what BJ uses, and he and my brother both have it, and psoriasis. So anyway, all right, guys. See you guys later.
Bye. Thank you. It's awesome having you. Have fun, Sam.